got to be at the gas station gig in less than an hour, so I'm gonna start moving even though the windshield's not fully defrosted. Always want to move past Chick-fil-A before we get on the move. Fairly easy gig for me. I don't think the guys necessarily enjoy me coming in and messing up the dynamic, because obviously I'm going to be given floor machine duties. Because the person in charge, everybody knows that I'm the best one. Like, I get everything done. I don't have a reason why I skip something and stuff like that. I've got a specific timetable that I can get everything that needs to get done in time. So, you know, whenever I show up. Now, I always offer to the other guy because I can always make it work, you know. So, I know I mess up the dynamic when it's not technically my day. I get it. But I need to make that money, so I apologize, fellas. And, of course, this is one of the days that the big, like, not the big boss, our manager's not there, right? So when that happens, these guys, you know, and you know, these guys are full-timers. They grind this thing more days than I usually do, so you've got to take that into consideration. But, you know, they will get the bare minimum done, and the big boss won't know any different anyway, but they'll get the bare minimum done, and they spend longer in the break room, and they'll pop out to look busy. Like, they'll sweep, they'll come out with a broom and pass the person in charge by the aisle so they see them, and then they go right back to the break room. That's fine. I don't have any opinion on that. It's just personally, that makes the clock move slower for me. I like to give myself tasks to do and kind of problem solve, maybe how to more efficiently make it, or I'm always working in my mind, okay, these guys are in this area, so what area can I work to, you know, keep it busy so I don't lose any time, or maybe I even make up time. So that's how my brain works. And when I get to the end of the night, a lot of times when I get everything done, but I still need to, I mean, for lack of a better word, ride out the clock, that's when the clock starts moving slow for me. You know, that's why I like to take my last break, like in the last 15 minutes, if I can get away with it, if I can stay busy enough, because then I'm just sitting, usually editing one of these videos and stuff, and then I don't have enough time, so it's time to go before I know it. But, you know, we're still without an official person in charge right now, and everything went well. I don't have any issues. The big manager, of course, comes in and does his usual thing. I don't like the way he uses the intercom to almost call people up to the front like children. And it's fine. Look, if you're on overnight shift, that's fine, right? No one else is in the store, but I don't like it as a customer if I hear the manager just like kind of barking orders at people to come to the front in a non-professional way. I don't know if that's just a generational thing now, but it's just, you know, if you're going to be on the intercom, I'd like you to kind of conduct yourself in a more professional manner. And that's not to say you have to speak, you know, like you're a broadcast executive. I'm just saying, a little please, a little this, you know, not come here to the front, I'm waiting on you, you got 5 minutes, come on to the front right now. It's like, what the hell is that? Like, that's not how he's ever addressed me, so it's not something I've ever had to address myself, but it's definitely something that I would have to have a conversation privately with him about, because I've had enough manager training and I've been in charge enough that us talking like this is fine. But if you're my boss and you're calling me up and it's on the intercom with all of our customers in there, you're going to have to put a little bit more respect on it. You know what I mean? That's just me. Some of you may not agree. Some of you may not have come up at a time when stores were like that. I'm old enough now that I sound like that, but I mean, I worked for Sears and all these other places, and even Kmart, and there's just a certain way that I want to be treated, and I think anyone else would want to be treated. I don't think you quite get a good employee with the style that he's pushing right now. And proof's in the pudding as far as I'm concerned of what's going on in our store. So that being said, I had a solid day. We did have something that messed up my flow, but luckily it didn't mess it up as much as it was going to. I guess they had to test out the alarm system, and everyone had to vacate the building. Unfortunately, since we don't have a regular person in charge, the person who was acting in charge couldn't figure it out. They said they were going to do it at lunchtime, which would have messed me up, because when everyone goes to lunch, that's when I start working their areas. Luckily, they still couldn't figure it out, so that became a non-issue. Will it happen tonight? Maybe, because I do go back again tonight. We are going to be, except for technically Christmas Eve, we are going to be working that job every day to the end of the year, unless somebody tells me I can't again. So, is it going to be taxing on my body? Yeah, I can already feel it in my knees right now, and we haven't even gone over to the gas station gig where I got to start slinging drinks and stuff. But I'm really hoping for a good payoff as far as being able to handle the one thing I've been sweating for the last, 100 days essentially. It looks like it's going to be a nice clear day, and we are at like 81% right now on the lithium. So if we get a nice clear day and I can catch the sun, which it looks like we might, the view here, I don't know how that translates on this screen, but the sun is dipping up, the sky is pretty clear. So what I'm hoping is we end up with, once it hits 85%, it doesn't take it long to hit 100%. If anyone knows how lithium works, which I had to learn the hard way, if you recall, in the early days of us almost killing these batteries. Well, we can say we killed these batteries and had to bring them back to life. But basically, we're talking about that last percentage is where it does its final push. So it takes forever all the way up to about 80%, and then it'll go 85%, and then in a blink, not gonna say a blink of an eye, but it'll be at 100%. It'll go 85, boom, 90, 100. So if we can get to 85% today, there's a chance we can hit 90 to 100 today as well. So we'll have to see. And don't forget, our propane is completely out, and the cats, they were miserable. I came and checked on them on lunchtime. It was pretty cold. If I got underneath my blanket, it was fine. But, the cats all, as soon as I came in, they were all trying to get me to, once I fed them, they're all trying to get me to get into the bed so they can lay on me. And as soon as I laid in that bed, they all crawled up on me. And they know when my little alarm on my phone goes off, that's when my lunch break's over and I got to get up and go back to work. So they all kind of know to move, but BMO's pretty hard-headed. She'll, as soon as she hears the alarm, she'll sink her claws in like, I am not moving. So took a little bit of work to get her off, but then I leave a warm spot on that bed, right? So they all like come and just pile together like, like an episode of Voltron or something. So we're making good time. We'll see what time we get there. If we get here early enough, we'll go check out the propane kiosk on the way in. But if not, we'll just grab it on the way out. The sun's going to be up here in a little bit anyway. But I will catch up with you when we get to the gas station. And hopefully we have a smooth day. As soon as we get done, even if we fall right to sleep, we'd only get 8 hours where we have to shower and get ready. And since this is the weekend, my gym closes at 7. So what I'm probably going to do is try to catch my shower and stuff before I try to take my sleep. So guys, I hope you're okay with this yapping video. I hope you enjoyed just riding with me and hearing me talk about work. It does help me to vocalize to somebody that's not going to take offense to what I'm saying when it comes to this stuff. And since I'm going to be working this Walmart gig non-stop and probably going to be worn out in the next day or so, these will probably be the kind of videos we have for the next few days. Hopefully after the first of the year, though, if everything works out, we might be able to do a little bit of something, you know what I mean? Catch up with you later. All right, I made it to the self-service propane thing, and they did have propane. This one, the fitting on the top was a lot older than the one I returned. Not much I can do about that. But I forgot to bleed the line this time. So, had quite a bit of propane come out. So, it froze my fingertips a little bit. Had my door open, but there was a strong smell. The valve was closed and everything. It was just what's coming out of the excess of the hose. I'm not entirely convinced that that propane bottle was empty this time. It was a week, but I didn't use it nearly as much. And the bottle, while light, didn't feel as light as last time. I'm not sure if just the cold weather affected it. And I have put that new gauge on this propane bottle, and I tested it out and turned the bottle on. The only thing is, it's still showing in the yellow section. It doesn't show as a full propane tank. But like I said, it's outside, right? So I've got the floor heater on right now to kind of warm up the bottle, and I'll check it again. I'll probably check it again after I work my shift, because I gotta be there. I gotta be clocking in about something like about 20 minutes. So we're not far. So I'm gonna go ahead and up the way to it. Keep my window cracked open, or actually keep my window down a good bit. Make sure none of that propane. I had my side door, my door open, and propane's supposed to be heavier and kind of come down. So I think whatever was in here is kind of out. But just to be on the safe side, keeping my window open to vent for a bit. Kind of weird to go from one Walmart to another Walmart that quickly. Let's go to work again. I'm in my usual waiting spot right now, because I've got 15 minutes before I'm going to go in. I just made sure the fittings on the propane tank were tight. That's about as finger tight as I can get them. Let me show you. Okay, this is what it was after I turned the propane back on. So it was it started at red refill, and we turned it, it went up to the top part of low gas. Like, see, this is it fully on. Kind of hit it. So if that's the case, if this gauge is correct, which I know it's kind of a guesstimator, it means they're not filling it up all the way, which I guess at 15 pounds this might be it, but I don't know. Hopefully this gauge does better than this. All right, getting ready for work. All right, I'm here, so I will catch up with you after I get off work. I'm back, everyone. They actually had plenty for me to do. There's even stuff left over. It makes me feel bad about not grabbing a Sunday shift. I will say, though, it's already taken its toll on my body between working straight the last few days and then coming in and doing this. My back is killing me. But the good news is 86% right now on my charge. I'm a little bit tired. I'm a lot hungry. And we do have to work tonight, and it's already afternoon, so let's go to our next spot. The weekend before Christmas, and we're by the shopping centers on a Saturday. It is bananas over here by this Walmart. Right now, I'm not technically going to Walmart. Alright, so yeah, I just picked up the standard pepperoni pizza at Little Caesars. Hot and ready, and I'm hungry and don't have as much time as I should. I'm going to swing into this Walmart parking lot real quick because I want to clean the litter box and get rid of trash. Okay, I'm all done with the cat litter. Dumped that. Still got a bag of trash I got to get rid of, but I haven't gone to the back yet. I actually think I'm going to stay at this Walmart parking lot for the day. It's a little afternoon. My gym closes at 7, and there's a package I need to get at Dollar Tree that should be delivered this evening. I absolutely need it. I don't know if I told you guys in the video, but my work pants, really good work pants, they tore the other day. So I went 2 days. Yesterday was my second day having a hole in the britches, as they say. So I ordered the pants, and they're supposed to be here today. I definitely want those before I go to work. So right now the plan is to chill here until the evening. Ideally, I'll either fall asleep and then wake up and head over, or I won't fall asleep and I'll head over anyway. We've got really good sun. I do have a video I need to finish editing and posting today for this channel because I didn't finish it yesterday. So I will probably try to work on that and eat this pizza. I am hungry. All right, well, let's take a look at this pizza first, okay? All right. Little Caesars, just your standard pepperoni. I think it was like $8 after taxes. Whew, I don't really have a lot of room here. Oops. So let's see. That's what it looks like right there. I like it all nice and greasy. I didn't used to be I used to be a big Little Caesars fan, and then more recently I had stopped enjoying Little Caesars as much. But we don't get to have pizza in your van unless you buy it. Like I can't really do a frozen pizza in my van right now. So, and you don't want to spend a gob amount of money and you want food now. Little Caesars tastes like a gourmet dish. I'll talk to you guys later. Good evening, everyone. It's about 8 o'clock at night. We need to hustle over and pick up my pants from Dollar Tree. I had a pretty decent sleep. So I ate that pizza. Pretty much, I went to the back, munched down on some Little Caesars, tried to watch something just to relax. Couldn't really find much of anything, so started editing a video, and then started getting too sleepy to edit the video. Finally fell asleep. It was about 64 degrees here. Felt like 70 in the van. So I turned the fan portion of my AC on and then passed right out when that happened. So let's get out of here. All right, we made it to Dollar Tree. So let's get our packages and get out of here. Got my packages. Bunch of kids just stole a bunch of candy out of the store just now. I'm still in the Dollar Tree parking lot. I'm in the back of the van right now. I'm just going to chill for about 30 minutes and then I'll have to get ready and head over to the Walmart gig. Nothing too glamorous picked up at Amazon, just necessities that I needed. This is the bags and poo gel for my toilet, and I ripped my pants, so I bought another pair of the exact same pants. So I'll have those to wear tonight. My work pants. Alright, I'll catch up with you when it's time for me to go into work. Sorry everyone, I had to make a mad dash, so I didn't have time to close this out. Tis the season for high theft right now, though. Basically, when I was over at Dollar Tree, these kids were just stuffing candy in their pockets. They were high as a kite, running into their car and just going back and forth. They were there for at least 20 minutes while I was sitting in my van. Here, I'm told a lot of big ticket items are going out the door. Not so much TVs, but like those large, mostly toy type stuff or gift type stuff. Large, I don't know what you call them, these power wheel things over here. About 2 or 3 of those went. Car stereo systems, how they got into the glass case, I don't know. And of course, as expected, toy aisle's pretty wrecked. Kind of like someone took a pinata and just smacked it in toys everywhere. That being said, I had a good day. I hope that you did as well. And until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Cannibal, signing off.